Welcome to attempt number 3 of the Pagan Playground, reviewing Wicca for Men. And excuse if my phone goes off and you hear Optimus Prime's voice telling me I have a text message. So I am going to attempt again to review Wicca for Men. Kind of sounds like a deodorant commercial. I am neither male nor classify myself as Wiccan, but this has been sitting in my local library as the only book on Wicca in that building. So I'm like, it's been sitting there calling my name. I'm going to read and see what it's going to be like, because I'm figuring it's, going to be like guy talk. And it ain't. I mean, he once in a while mentions, he doesn't make it swing from like a feminist thing to like, must be man. I agree with him being that it's about balance, day and night, yin and yang, male and female, Mott. So, I actually find this a really interesting book. I only got a little smidge left to do. But this is a great book, even just looking into correspondences. Thank you. It starts off as a account of sort of the pagan history, the pre-Christian, post-Christian type, the era of paganism. But it doesn't, place blame like a lot of books might, they sent us, they lit us up and we're still pissed. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's legitimate, a legitimate thing to believe, but he doesn't condemn anybody. It's like, this is the fact, this is what happened, and he doesn't kind of focus on it. It's just very factual, but it's not, over your head. It's very easy to read. Referring to notes here. But he does sort of, call them out saying, yeah, that was stupid, there's no need to have that happen. And there's a lot of history in here, too. And he covers all... English. He covers the history of, modern paganism, of how, the Farrars and Gerald Gardner and the Alexandrians, different sections kind of spit off, and why some were named some things and what they believed and why this changed and that changed. It never fails. The moment you start, whatever. The thing that I really liked about this book, too, is that if you're open-minded and from any other faith, you'll get a lot of information in here. Not particularly pertaining to your faith, but it's something, if you've got an open mind, you can appreciate and sort of learn from. And the way he explains things, like I said, doesn't talk down to anybody. It's all-inclusive. So I think anybody, anywhere, anytime would enjoy this book and get a lot of information out of it. And the thing that does sort of kind of set it apart as being the, looking book for men, is how he, trying to read my thing here, brings up interesting points about the male god image and the challenges challenges Wiccans. I can't read my own writing. Basically put, we are in a Christianized world. Can't avoid it. And your god is a man. So, what was his basic reference for female? Whatever. So, for a Wiccan male, it's especially challenging because you're inundated with that concept from the beginning. So it's hard for a guy, according to him, with that image, not expressing it in a Wiccan faith, where it's not always, based on the feminine. I mean, you've got, the Dianic tradition, which is nothing but girls, but you've got an intermix, too. So he finds it challenging to get away from that only God aspect and to bring in the feminine, because in this day and age it's like, well, if you wear a slight shade of pink and you're a manly man, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, there's still that delineation, is that even a word? That split between men are one thing and women are another. Reality isn't like that. So as far as that type of stuff is concerned, the basics, there is a buttload of correspondences, and he goes quite a bit into what each thing means. See, you've got the the god and goddess, and he lists actually the gods and the goddesses of the different religions. Agni is Hindu, Amun-Re is Egyptian, Apollo is Greek and Roman, Atum is Egyptian. These are the sun gods. He goes through the ritual tools and how his creation's covenant is his specific coven and how they do the different rituals. And he mentions that, yes, this is what he put in his book because that's his base of reference, but that's not, carved in stone. You take and do what works for you, which is what, I do. I mean, some things, like, I'm not a group person, so a coven would not be up my alley. So, I do things solitary. So I kind of pick and choose kind of what instinctively feels right now. Like, well, this seems like it'd be fun. I mean, it's gotta fit, He does include a Book of Shadows, which I'm just now starting to get in. He goes through the Sabbats, the Esbits, the different elements, and these are some really good ideas to how to celebrate each of the Sabbats and the Esbits. So for a little itty bitty book, it's a darn good one. And this was like $12.95, and I don't think it's all that old either. Wicca for Men, a handbook for male pagans seeking a spiritual path by A.J. Drew. 1998, so it's been around a while, but everything's still relevant. Wicca for Men, a handbook for male pagans seeking a spiritual path. Don't call me warlock. While it is commonly believed that Wicca is a preserve for women, the word Wicca is from the Old English and it means male witch. Wicca for Men seeks to propel the pendulum that is swung toward the feminine back to the middle, resulting in neither female nor male dominance in this religion but equality, which I highly respect. Wicca for Men reestablishes the male role in Wicca by explaining that creation is both half male and half female, therefore belongs to both sexes. Noted pagan A.J. Drew explains the beliefs, ideals, and rituals of this oft-misunderstood movement, relates the history of paganism, and reveals the hardship pagans have endured and overcome throughout time. Additionally, Drew explains the significance of Wiccan gods and goddesses, rituals, ceremonies, tools, symbols, and other elements of this religion. Simple spells and an extensive list are also included, as is Drew's own Book of Shadows. My video in a nutshell. Wicca for Men is a complete guidebook that will not only help male Wiccans understand the pagan way of life, it will help female pagans learn more about the gain and appreciation for the male Wiccan. This volume is a must-have addition to any pagan's library, and I do agree. So if you want like a quick reference book, an interesting point of view on things, I highly recommend this. I'm sure it's up on Amazon for who knows how much. I can never seem to figure out how to link anything. So, that was my attempt at reviewing Wicca for Men. Thank you for watching. Do remember to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And blessed be. Let's hope this next book goes better.